All right, back in the main garden again. I've pulled all of those onions. They were all small, but they are still very tasty. And I've planted a few beets here, so should have enough time, 55 days to maturity, 60 days to maturity to get some beets out. Continuing to thin those carrots out, and they're still growing. Here's that massive pumpkin plant again. You can see a lot of orange pumpkins on there. There's another one. And on the other side, there's lots too. I'll show you more when I get to the other side. Here's my butternut plant. You see a couple in there. There's another one out here. What you got there? Can you show us? What you got in your hands? What are those?
Frogs.
That's right. Cool. I've got a little helper with me today. Here's our little cantaloupe plant. He's probably not going to do anything this year, but we planted him anyway. And the carrots. Here, just going around the other side. More butternuts. And some more butternut. And here's more of that pumpkin plant. So we've got some that are green like this and starting, and some that are getting really orange in there. So many pumpkins. So I think that's going to be awesome this year. Down the middle here, this is where I replanted some carrots. So those are about 2 weeks in. So those will be coming up soon. And then waiting for these to fully dry. This is what you want them to look like totally dried up and crusty. And then you can pick those and use them for seeds for next year. So we're just waiting for a few of these to get just a little drier and ready to pick, and then we'll use those for seeds. Down here is our zucchini. I've been picking this like crazy, so I don't think there are any on it right now. There's more pumpkins down here. You can see they're just everywhere. And the watermelon plant got real not so happy about how hot it was. And so we have a few flowers that are coming out now that it's cooled down a bit, and we've been able to get water to them. So I, again, don't think they'll have enough time for those to fruit, but that's what's happening with them. The cantaloupe slowed way down. I haven't picked these yet because I'm not confident that they are even ripe enough to eat. So I don't know if we'll get any really good cantaloupes. It was just too hot and I couldn't get out here to water them enough. But we'll cut them up and see what we get here in a couple weeks. Our cucumber plant still looking pretty sad, but still giving us lots of cucumbers. Holy cow, look at this one. That's a really big one. For this type anyway. This is a national pickling variety, so it should be smaller, and I usually pick them smaller for pickle chips and spears. I'm just looking around. Celery plants are still doing well, still harvesting on those periodically, so still getting good celery off of those. Here's another one. Take those inside. Parsley looking a lot better now. And here's our poblanos. I picked a bunch of them the other day. Lots of sweet peppers. Look how big they're getting. I'm waiting for them just to color up, and then I'm going to pick those too. These are our blaze orange, so you can see they're starting to get a little bit yellowish. Lots of good peppers this year, as I know I've mentioned before. Here we've got a couple of these cayenne peppers that are getting fully red. They're just about ready to pick. Got a couple inside as well. I've been using them for salsa, so my husband says they're plenty hot. More peppers. More jalapenos. And even, look, some more flowers even still happening, so lots more peppers to come. And then this is that, oh, there goes a little froggy. See him?
Can I hold him?
Oh, he's hopping away. Say bye-bye, froggy.
Bye-bye, Froggy.
Here's these are Hungarian wax peppers. And then we've got lots of tomatoes. So here you can see I pick them almost every day, but there's some that are, even these cherry tomatoes I can't keep up with. I recently used them in some lasagna to just bulk up the sauce and give it sweetness, so that was a real nice use of them. We've got some out here that do need to be picked, as you can see. So I'll come back and pick those. I'm saving the Roma tomatoes up. Look at all these grape tomatoes. Holy cow. I'm saving up all the Roma tomatoes to make tomato sauce out of, so I've got those in my freezer, and I'll show you on a future video how I do my tomato sauce. Lots of tomatoes. Beans are still producing. Nice big ones, and then you see the little baby ones towards the top and even more flowers. So we've continued to pick on these, and they've been really good. Lots of beans in my freezer. More pumpkins back here. This one's almost completely ready. Check that out. Here's another zucchini plant. Kind of slowing down, but again, we've had so much zucchini this year, I'm not worried about that. And here's our beets that we had before. I've been leaving them just thinking, well, maybe they'll get a little bigger, but I bet if I pull them up, you'll see, I mean, they're just roots. They're like not happy about the weather. So there's a couple just like little ones in here. So I'll probably pick these today and then just pickle them or something, can them, and then wait for the other ones to grow. Here's some more pumpkins that are starting to yellow a little bit, getting ready to be picked in a few weeks. So our dill back here is seeding up, so you can see these beautiful seeds. If you need seeds for dill, they definitely produce plenty. Here's another one that's a perfect example of when they're ready. Those are ready to be picked, and you can use that for flavoring too. I don't know if I can see the top of this or not. Not quite opening yet. You can see these Russian mammoths are getting pretty tall. I see onion seeds though. I'm gonna have to pick some of these and dry them out and give them a chance to harvest the seeds. I've never done that before, but I'm gonna try this year. And over here we've got even more grape tomatoes. I can't pick them fast enough to eat them, so they're going into sauces this year. And our corn. And I've been picking our corn, but god darn, those naughty little bugs, I don't know what they're called, but they're naughty. They keep coming in and eating up all my corn. So I've had to pick them kind of immaturely and just, you know, use them as small cobs or take them off the cob for just corn for my freezer. So that's sort of what we've been working with. Oh, look at this. See, the bugs are getting to them. We got to pick them as soon as they start to get red, or these bugs will get to them. So I better get out here with a bucket pretty soon. And here's our little extra butternut that we salvaged. You can see we've got a nice little tree growing there and a little tiny baby one there. So still a few things growing in the garden, mostly just getting ready to harvest them and have a good preparation or preservation day one of these days and get a lot of it together. So that's what's new.